When we had last left Team Watcher, they were out back at the Splintered Reef, just having defeated old freaky dude Menzago, the vampire superlord, but ultimately second in command to Lugia Ravon, the legendary Pokemon, bird Pokemon. But nonetheless, they defeated him, and now within their grasp was a cool floating blood orb thing that in some way held sway and control over the denizens of Splintered Reef. They were faced with a choice regarding the orb, whether to let it be or destroy the shit out of it. Ultimately, they decided to live and let live, and they reported back to Copperhead, who was somewhat surprised, but ultimately decided to make the best of things. And so they set sail, not for anywhere particularly important, but to Tikawara. Yes, back to old Tikawara town, where after the events that unfolded at Pokokahara nearby, involving the corrupted Audra and the sandstorms, all of the Tikawara denizens were quite upset, but not all of them. Some of them yes, some of them no, some of them in between. Yes, indeed, the chieftain of the Tikawara town was not very happy at all, but hey, the priestess lady, she was quite pleased. And so they made off, and now found themselves in Fort Deadlight, making preparations to head out once more to none other than the Forgotten Sanctum. Ooh, this is Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, the Forgotten Sanctum. Yeah, that's it. Let us turn back on our UI here. There we are. And like I said, we did make a lot of preparations, and we are quite prepared. As you can see, we're rolling with our ideal party, I think. I feel like Aloth, like I said, is just a must-have for this. I feel like, given this being a whale wall-focused DLC, it's going to be pretty relevant to have our biggest nerdlinger along for the ride, right? Let's see, Hall of the Unseen. And of course, if you're tuning in just for this part, like you skipped ahead past something or whatever, the reasoning... Oh shit, look, we couldn't super speed travel there. Oh, because we didn't click on the anchor, I see. There we are. Good. But yeah, I think Aloth is a good pick. Fascina definitely is meant to be the sidekick associated here. And of course, Adair and Pallegina are two good-ass friends, healer and tank combo. But also, when in respect most people, and man, that took a long-ass time. I'd love to see just a played duration for how long I've stayed in, like, ability and talent menus. Just, like, going through all the skills and stuff, poring over that shit, right? Good lord, because it was quite the doozy, and it's not the first time I spent a long time just looking at that shit. But nonetheless, we didn't make too many changes to, like, ability makeup and stuff, but more so how they handle shit, right? Like, for example, Adair, like I was talking about at the end of the last one, decided to make him specialize in mechanics, because, you know, we always need someone who's a mechanics specialist, and guess who's always with us? Adair, right? So he's still got survival, and I guess mechanics kind of fits with his farmer background, right? He might be like a handyman or something, right? But I would have also liked to have had his athletics a bit higher than 2 because, you know, farming is manual labor, so you would expect to have some degree of athletics. But nonetheless, Pallegina is now our athletics specialist, which I think is fair enough, because Adair didn't, like, as far as mechanically speaking, Adair didn't need too much survivability, because already he was up there, right? And then I also split up the specializations, the skill specializations of Fascina, who is now History and Explosives, and Aloth is now Arcana and Metaphysics. So our Aloth is kind of like knowing shit about magical shit, whereas Fascina is more about like knowing shit about more mundane stuff. They're both using skills there for stereotypically very intelligent people, just in different aspects, right? Okay, let's head on in. There we are, and yes, we have seen this before when I accidentally went inside here. Alright, but we did skip through all of that. So this time we'll actually get to see it. And there was quite a bit, right? We might just end up having like a whole bunch of talky talks for the beginning of this, right? The door swings open at your approach, almost as if it anticipated your return. Here we are. Yeah. That said, you know what? After all the combat that we did back to back to back with the previous DLC with Seeker Slayer Survivor, I'm kind of welcoming the return to just a shitload of story talking, right? Okay, up here, Temple of Revelation, which previously was not there. What did we even do that unlocked it? I forget. We did something that opened it up, and it made those weird, like, eye stalks or whatever appear around the island. Because originally this little hidey hole here was shut up in a major way. Alright, head on down here. Ah, there we go. Hopefully Seraphim doesn't have much to say, because he's not in our party despite being on the
arrival in a dangerous place. How curious.
Oh, right, Lengrath. Yeah, one of the Archmages, right?
I am Lengrath, and unless I'm mistaken, you're the Watcher of Cadnua.
The striking godlike squares her shoulders and regards you with piercing eyes. Let's get some info on Lengrath. Lengrath is an Archmage known for her defensive spells. She is not the first to hold the title Lengrath, nor will she be the last. Really, Lengrath is a title? Is that the only wizard who has a title of Lengrath? Huh. Interesting. Oh, look. That's fascinating. So, Lengrath must have been the other wizard that we missed out on in the first game, right? Because there was just unmarked quests and stuff that I was unaware of. So we could have already met Lengrath at some point, I guess. But because we haven't, we still do have Pillars 1 reactivity. It's just reactivity to the fact that we never even met her. Huh. Pleasure to meet you.
Archmage, I would not expect you to remember me from the Garland Perikis Overlook, but you gave some excellent career advice.
Fasina bows sharply.
What advice was that?
Her smile is warm and genuine.
You told me to quit and get a job that didn't waste my talents. Took a little while, but here I am.
Fasina grins, already getting the payoff for having Fasina in our party, right?
I'm searching for a delinquent member of our order, Maura. We've not heard from her for some time and received rather cryptic word that she'd come here. Then, of course, there was the cataclysm that rent this island in twain. Knowing Maura, I don't doubt the two are related.
Did the weird shit just happen all of a sudden? Maybe I wasn't the catalyst for it. Wait, who's Maura?
A Huana wizard, and a member of the Circle of Archmagi.
Lengrath gives you a pained expression. Does Maura have any spells named after themselves? I don't think so. Right? Alright, continue.
She specializes in magic involving tentacles.
Oh.
It's a niche field.
He grimaces. Yo, so the 3 tentacle spawning one, that must be her shit. Okay, yeah, maybe that might be Maura. Okay.
Wait, do you hear that? Maura, is that you?
She cocks her head to the side, listening intently. A deep rumbling erupts from somewhere far below you. Ooh, look at that big eye.
You calling me a cheat?
Filthy lying ground stink doesn't play fair. Rolled a 10! Stupid wizard, I rolled 10!
Dropping the dice isn't the same as... what?
Ugh. Man, I forgot how fucking gross it looked. Looks like some Resident Evil shit. Oh my god. Look at him wink. Alright. Look at this fucking guy. Man, why couldn't I have such an obnoxious portrait? As the ground settles, the wizard and the imp exchange a shocked glance. One of the newly sprouted tentacles dances in slow, hypnotic circles over their heads.
That was the biggest one yet! Look at us standing on the fault line of sanity! Hello up there!
The wizard waves up at the tentacle before turning his attention over to you.
Didn't see it come in. Welcome to the Halls Obscured. My friend and I were just passing the time of the game and enjoying these little shake-ups.
We not friends. Stupid wizard is a stupid cheat.
Ugh, his name is Drowsy Puke. The imp kicks a colorful set of dice across the floor before flapping its wings and crossing the room.
No matter where I go, dim-witted imps and Archmagi are always in my shadow.
That's a good point, yeah. Back at the curio shop, yeah, the similar situation. Except that time there was like a wooden man or whatever, right?
Hey, there's a familiar face. Weren't you the one who spilled soup in my lap at Archimir's annual gala?
Tane waves at Fasina. Who are you? Passing the time. This whole structure is dangerously unstable. Lengrath, were you expecting company? Let's address Lengrath. Were you expecting company?
You brought Len? This is gonna be so much fun!
He waves to Lengrath wildly. She balls her hands at her sides in silence.
I'm Tane, the Archmage. Maybe you've seen my chaotic orb bouncing around.
Oh,
it's really
shit.
something.
Man, how many fucking Archmages are gonna be here? Yeah, I totally know your orb. Yeah, I totally know that.
What are you doing here, Tane? How did you even get in?
She rubs hard at her temples and sighs. I second that. Some of us had to find our way through a labyrinth. Say nothing. Yeah, we had to go through a labyrinth.
I got in through a hole. That one, right through there. You must have walked straight past it when you were topside.
Tane points over to a collapsed wall and smiles pleasantly.
Isn't this something? I came searching for Maura and got distracted. Don't you just love a good antechamber?
Tane plants his hands on his hips and surveys the area, grinning all the while.
Even if this one has a few embellishments.
He gestures at a patch of writhing flesh stretching across the ceiling. Ugh. Is it like actively stretching or more like that's descriptive that it is stretched across? Just what is this place? Cut to the point, Tane. We shouldn't be standing around and talking when Maura is out there. What is this place?
I asked myself the same question when I got here. Tentacles, eyeballs, labyrinth? It could be anything. I'd still be dumbfounded if I hadn't learned it all from Maura's own words. Here, she left this behind. I don't think she expected anyone to follow.
Ooh, Maura's field book. Oh shit, I can kind of read it here. Okay. Let's do it, so we get some updates in case they refer to it. Maura's field book. Despite a pervasive dampness, the pages of this notebook separate with ease. Written in Huana, the text describes a vast, subterranean life form of fleshy tendrils and shuttered eyes. The stranger sections refer to establishing a communion with the entity with the aim of conjuring forth arcane simulacra. Towards the end of the field book, Maura writes, Wall. It is Wall, right? That was the big reveal I had. That's not actually pronounced whale, it's Wall. Wall, the 100 visions, the obscured, the eyeless face. I believe it you who rests within this darkness, the you that once walked the world. Why do you survive yet? Why haven't you awoken? Can you be turned against the Dawn Stars? What? Huh. Does he... Oh, like Dawn Stars is in just like the general faction of Aethys, right? Okay. Tying back into the main arc. Does he not threaten your mysteries? Will you not introduce him to his final dusk? Okay, interesting. Lengrath thumbs through the book, eyes widening as realization dawns.
She believes we stand atop the body of Wal.
Huh. Oh, like literally, remember in the White March Part 2? Weren't we, like, hanging out inside of Abaddon's skeleton? His skeletal remains? I think so. So does every god actually have some sort of physical manifestation of a body somewhere on Aora? That's really weird. Alright. Wal's body? Magrin did mention that the gods once had powerful bodies. Ooh, powerful bodies. The what of who now? Which part? Care to elaborate? I think I do remember Magrin saying something along those lines inside of her burned book or whatever, right? But let's go with this. Wall's body?
That would explain the powerful arcane energies here, though I doubt the other gods' bodies were quite so friendly.
Scowling, she knocks away an errant tentacle that had been trying to entwine itself in her hair.
Yes, just look at it. Hard to unsee, even if you close your eyes.
Tane rubs his palms together joyously as he surveys a mass of eyes and tentacles undulating beyond the gap. Oh, you know what? That is pretty interesting to have Wall based in the Deadfire archipelago. Probably the most, at least of the areas that we know about on Aora, probably the most ocean sea focused one, right? Even if other ones are islands, this one is definitely like got the most water content, right? Because it almost seems analogous to like some sort of cosmic horror, you know, some Cthulhu Lovecraft shit, except probably with less of the racism, right? Tane rubs his palms together joyously as he surveys a mass of eyes and tentacles undulating beyond the gap.
While riding my dragon across the White March, I came across an unimaginably large skeleton. Legend would have us believe it is the fallen form of Abaddon.
Oh shit, yeah. We were just talking about that. We totally went over there and saw that. Huh. That's so cool. I wonder if there were plans originally to have each DLC, like, or not each, but one DLC per Pillars of Eternity game cover one of their bodies or something like that, right? I wonder where the original body of Aethys was. Huh. Yeah, weird. That's such an interesting question, because if Aethys originally had a body of some sort, why bother with old what's-his-butt on the bridge? Oh my god, what's his fucking name? Not Wendelius, not... Good lord, why bother with what's-his-butt from the Saints' War? Fuck, I can't believe I forgot his name. Not Whale. It has a W in it, doesn't it? Yeah. That guy who we talked to in the last DLC a bit. And when we were tripping balls. Or no, was it the first one? Yeah, it was the first DLC. Yeah, why bother with that, or with the giant Audra body of Adnua? Maybe the bodies no longer have power or something? I don't know. Because clearly this one does in some way. There's something going on here. Alright. Yeah, nothing particularly new or interesting when we look at Abaddon there. Okay, continue.
The Circle has been speculating on the existence of the gods' bodies ever since.
Oh, we can confirm. I also saw Abaddon's remains at the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. Man, so is Lengrath potentially like the boss that we missed out on in Pillars 1? Jeez. Like, could we have fought and killed her and she wouldn't be here, or what? How would that have even worked? Huh. Alright, I also saw Abaddon's remains.
This body is a good deal fresher than Abaddon's.
Yeah, I guess so. She snorts and returns to Maura's writings. Her ill humor is short-lived, though, for she soon grimaces and meets your eye again.
We believed them all gone. Not just dead, but destroyed by the gods' own hands. Obliterated.
I guess it makes sense that Wall would have a secret.
This one, it's still alive.
She gulps.
You presume such a thing can even die.
Makes you wonder what has Maura so excited.
Tane considers his surroundings with a thoughtful grin.
Whatever you are thinking, no. We should bury the Sanctum before it becomes our tomb.
Agreed.
A hand on her weapon, she scowls into the darkness.
As nice as it is to take in the scenery, is everyone else thinking what I'm thinking? Huh? I mean, the answer's staring us in the face, literally.
No one understands your manic rambling, Tane. Speak plainly or be quiet.
The answer to what?
Look, We have an unconventional problem, and it needs an unconventional solution. I don't think Maura came this far just to hug some tentacles. She wants to wake up Wal's body and send it after Aethys.
Who is this guy's voice actor? He sounds so familiar.
Medico, if Maura doesn't get us all killed, Tain surely will.
I'm listening. That's a terrible plan, but it could work. She wants to wake up Wal's body and send it after Aethys. I'm not entirely sure if I want to stop Aethys, though. Because it's not like Aethys is going to kill all of us. It'll just take us back to where we all began. I don't know. It's such a difficult decision to decide. Do you want to live under the thumb of the gods and suffer from, like, their influences and stuff? Or would you want to suffer under natural ailments and shit? I guess the natural ailments and shit are fine because you could eventually overcome them, right? Similar to how it was already done. I don't know. I'm still not sure where I stand on that, and that's probably intentional, right? That's supposed to be a very difficult decision to come to terms with. Okay, I'm listening. That's a terrible plan, but it could work. I can't allow it. How do you even know that's what Maura wants? Say nothing. How do you even know?
I have my doubts that a single Archmage could exploit a body this amazing for self-interest alone.
A body this
No,
amazing?
She's gotta have bigger plans. Hasn't our Maura always said that a well-placed tentacle can solve most of life's problems? If she wants to take a swing at the big green guy, who are we to stop her?
It's speculative to assume that Maura even wants to awaken Wal. Doing so would involve meddling in matters far beyond her comprehension.
She taps a finger against her lips, thinking.
Or something she understands all too well. You don't know. Give her some credit, Len.
You give her more than enough for the both of us, and far more than she deserves.
This facility is enormous. Maura could be anywhere. So, do you want me to stop Maura or help her? Are we actually going to look for Maura or just stand here wasting our breath? Before I get started, I could use some background on Maura. What do you make of this, Lingrath? Yeah, let's get some background.
Delightful company, bit of a talker, carries on long conversations with reflective surfaces.
She's an avid researcher into the summoning of tentacles, an arcane domain few among the Circle have any skill with. I'm surprised she hasn't embroiled herself in madness of this magnitude sooner.
Well, what do you make of all this, Lingrath?
What is there to be made? The gods, in their wisdom, laid to rest their Titan forms. Surely it was with good reason.
That's a good point. We don't really know why the rest of them did it. Do we? Like, we know Abaddon, why he did it. It was like a form of self-sacrifice to protect people up in that area, right? He blocked he blocked the moon or moonlet firing down. It obliterated him in the process. Huh. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we don't know.
Imagine the destruction they must have wreaked upon Kid's society when they had the run of the world.
Maybe some of them did, but also some of them seem protective and kind? Right? Because they're not like a monolith, are they? They each have their own personality, and some are more sinister and others are more kindly, right?
The Watcher doesn't need to try very hard to imagine it. Remember Cadnua? Forecastle never had a chance.
You talk like you were there.
Think WoW would make us a new one if we woke them up? They'd owe us, wouldn't they?
Oh, is while they them. That makes a shit ton of sense. Okay. This facility is enormous. Maura could be anywhere. Oh, you know what? Let's give this question, because we might be able to not advance the conversation. So do you want me to stop Maura or help her?
If Tain's presumption is correct, Maura cannot be allowed to go through with her plan. However altruistic her motives may be, she endangers us all.
Agree to disagree. We can talk about this later.
Tain winks. He's always winking. He looks uncertain that you're paying attention, so he winks again. Man, that's pretty good. Okay. This facility is enormous. Maura could be anywhere.
How about you spearhead our little search party? Len and I will keep an eye on this handsome antechamber where it's safe, or in case she doubles back.
Are they fucking? Are the two of them fucking?
Fair warning, when I was poking around, I ran across some creepy librarian types. They were happy to look the other way as long as I didn't disturb their work.
Tane shrugs.
In the meantime, Tane and I will see if we might learn more about Wal's Titan form.
Maura is as good as found. We haven't addressed the imps in the room, so why are there imps in the room? As long as I get to keep anything that isn't nailed down. You're sending me in there alone? Maura can look after herself, but I'm not opposed to poking around. Why are there imps in the room?
Why else? To make my life miserable.
You know, I was enjoying their company so much that I never once thought to ask.
Tane squints down at one of the creatures.
Came from stinking Archimage's house. Was told to help stupid Watcher groundmate.
Really? The imp grimaces and waves disdainfully at you.
You can help us by shutting your mouth. By now, the echo of your screams will have crippled any element of surprise.
Master gave orders to fetid spray. Come talk when ready, eh?
The second imp waves a sheet of ragged parchment over its head like a banner.
Special orders for you too, nasty Facina.
The imp hisses at her. Facina responds by making a rude gesture with both hands.
Brilliantly done. What fluttering marvels they are, imps. Well, question answered then?
Tane returns his attention to you and smiles pleasantly. Alright. Let's say this. You're sending me in there alone?
You weren't alone, you brought friends.
Ooh, would there be reactivity if you really came here by yourself? I bet there would, right? That seems totally in line with Pillars of Eternity to have some reactivity there. Because of course, you know, solo runs are such a facet, a staple even, of these sorts of games, and Pillars is no stranger. Tane smiles at your companions.
We are colleagues. There is a distinction.
Oh, come on, Facina, we are friends.
Besides, Len and I, our kind don't work well in pairs. We'd probably disagree, separate the party, and get everyone killed.
He shrugs.
More like you'd get us killed.
Okay. Let's see. Let's say as long as I get to keep anything that isn't nailed down.
So you're still into plundering old ruins. Sound financial strategy. Keep saving up for that second castle. You'll get there one day.
How do you like, know me? Have I met Tane before? I don't think so.
No matter how Tane whines, Wal's body, if that's what this is, mustn't be awoken. The Deadfire cannot bear another calamity of Aothis' scale.
I concur, and I know Archimir would agree as well. A single error in judgment could cost us our lives, maybe more.
What happened to your spirit of adventure?
Tane smirks and shakes his head.
Watcher, friend, are we on a first-name basis yet? Call me crazy, but I think you should do whatever feels right. What's the worst that could happen?
If you say so. Thanks, Tane. These tentacles grow until they consume every island in the Deadfire, and we all become mindless thralls in a never-ending tentacle nightmare. Farewell. Yeah, the tentacle stuff seems bad. Right? Like, at the moment, it just seems black and white bad. Right? It's not like with Aothis where it's like, yeah, on one hand, we get rid of this bad shit, but we take on some other worse shit, maybe. Or we get rid of Aothis' help and potentially take on some other bad shit. Or continue with the current bad shit. Alright, yeah, these tentacles grow until they consume every island in the Deadfire, and we all become mindless thralls in a never-ending tentacle nightmare.
Huh. And you're saying that's the bad outcome, am I right?
Tane strokes his chin and nods.
I would hate to see what he considers the good outcome.
We can continue this debate later. Right now, our chief concern is locating Maura.
She sighs.
Maura could have only gone two places. Up in the archives to the northeast, or down into the collections to the southwest.
Ooh, I want to see the archives. Oh. Wow, look at that. It's actually showing me stuff.
Maura's journal suggests she went to the archives first, but that could always be a decoy. I did hear some unpleasant noises coming up from the collections.
Tane hugs himself and shivers.
Hope she's okay.
If you'll begin a search of the wings, we'll scour this area for further information.
She nods and turns away. Wow, cool. Oh, look, we can even talk to Facina right now. All right. Oh, look, I bet we can talk to everyone here again. Okay, let's see. Faustina, what's up?
Plumbing the hole is obscured. This is no small task.
Faustina squints and purses her lips in thought.
Tread lightly, Casita. Nothing I saw in Archimir's employ suggests that we should hold the circle to its word.
Care to elaborate? I assume the Circle wouldn't care if this didn't serve their interests somehow. I know what I'm doing. The Circle would be unwise to underestimate me. Thanks for the warning. I had other questions. Yeah, elaborate for me. I mean, I totally agree, but let's hear what else she has to say.
Not so long ago, an Adiran village was discovered to be resting on a vein of silver. Conflict erupted between the townsfolk and prospectors who wanted to buy up the land. The Circle sent Kalakoth with some block-headed spell to extract the ore from the ground up. She succeeded in opening a sinkhole that swallowed the town. None of the villagers lingered to protest once their houses were gone. And now the Circle owns half of the jewelry shops in Edir. Does this sound like the work of an honest group?
Right, yeah. I assume the Circle wouldn't care if this didn't serve their interests somehow.
You assume right. And all the while they will lie to you through their smiles. They will not miss an opportunity to use your power to further their ends, even if it kills you.
Right. Thanks for the warning. I had other questions.
Ask me anything, Casita. The worst I will give you is an honest answer.
Faustina shrugs. Let's see, I'm curious about you.
What more could you desire to know, Casita?
Nah, we already know everything. Okay, back to my other questions.
Ask away, Casita.
And let's be off. Good. Okay. Now, we were also supposed to check in with these imps, huh?
Swift and quiet now.
Can we pick their pockets? See if they got anything good on them? Speed time up here. Here we are. Which one of these circles is me? Here I am. And let's see. Tane, do you have anything? Wow, you fucking do. Some candied nuts, a bunch of money, bombs, a bunch of his own scrolls. Okay. Yoink. Take all that. Okay, do you think Lengrath also has Lengrath spell scrolls and shit? Maybe. Let's see, it's going to be harder to sneak up on this one, though. Let's go up here.
Would you look at this?
Let's see if I can turn Lengrath around.
Now we may
There we
speak
go.
with something like privacy.
Oh. She casts a hooded glance in the direction of Tane and shakes her head.
Speak your mind.
Do you know anything about this place? The hall's obscured?
We know little about it. Hopefully we'll learn more as we pursue Maura.
I'm curious about you.
Let's sate your curiosity then.
I'd like to know what you think of the other Archmages.
Ask. I might even tell you the truth.
The smile that quirks her lips has an unusually savage quality to it. How do you feel about Maura?
After visiting this place, I wonder if she truly developed the summoning magic bearing her name, or if Wal gifted her it.
Interesting. What can you tell me about Tane?
He's exhausting and exasperating, but smarter than he seems. He is an archmage after all. Still, he's probably the dumbest of us.
Surely you have thoughts on Archimir.
The definition of a snake. One wonders what cold-blooded malfeasance he perpetrated upon the Huana, that they allowed him to build a castle in the heart of their greatest city.
The official story is that the Kahanga Palace was structurally unstable, poised to cascade down the mountain until someone financed the renovations.
Oh yeah, I think we heard about that, didn't we? Faustina rubs her fingers together. Dare I ask what you think of Consulhald?
It gladdens my heart to see he's finally found his proper place in the natural order. As your pet.
That's cool.
Enjoy your delusions, parasite. The Watcher would not hesitate to strike off your head if it served his interests in some mediocre capacity.
Wow. Do you think they recorded this ahead of time knowing that they would have Consulhald back for more shit? That is so wild. Okay.
Consul Hot's reprehensible antics give responsible wizards a bad name.
Like all monsters dragged from the shadows, Consul Hot is smaller than he might seem. I do not fear the likes of him.
All right, let me ask you about something else.
Let's sate your curiosity then.
Can I become an Archmage?
It seems to me you're not even an apprentice, much less a practiced wizard.
I wonder what she would say if I were a wizard. You don't seem to like imps much.
I suppose compared to Tane, anything less than rapturous exaltation looks like deepest loathing. I neither like nor dislike them. They serve a useful function, and their constant flatulence aside, they can be rather sweet.
They really just fart all the time, don't they?
Very well.
Wild. All right, I guess that's why that one's called fetid spray, because when it farts so much, it's letting out some sort of fetid spray from its butt.
My eyes are peeled.
Okay. Let's see. Oh shit, look, she turned around again. Maybe if we talk to the imps, they'll fly off or something? The imp turns to you and lets out a quick puff of vile spray from an orifice that abruptly snaps shut.
Don't know your face, ground stink. You the one I'm supposed to find?
The imp squints and looks you over. I'm Lyle, captain of the High Charlatan. Let's say I am. What do you want? Say nothing. Yeah, let's say who we are.
They let you sail boat?
One of the imp's eyes bulges skeptically. I know, right?
Master told Fetid Spray to bring baubles to Sanctuary. Offer to stupid ground meat for coin.
The imp gestures towards its wares, or toward its wares. Whoa, you're a vendor.
Here, from Master. Master's most glorious words.
The imp reverently hands you a scrap of soiled parchment. Simple instructions. Oh. Lyle, I will keep this terse in case my imp should meet an unfortunate end, and this missive is intercepted. By now you will have encountered other members of the Circle, and laboriously scrutinized their motivations in breaching Wall's obscured sanctum. Allow me to add my rationale to theirs. My desire is a simple one: tidiness. There is already one god blustering his way through the Deadfire, and I have no desire to see him joined by another. If Fasina still lives, try and keep her alive. She has a modicum of potential, and it may yet aid you in Wall's unusual territory. Signed, Archimere. Great.
This one for stinking Fasina.
Ooh. The imp practically hurls a finely wrapped scroll at her. She catches it out of the air.
Que? What does Archimere want? I don't work for him any longer.
Ungrateful ground stink has her orders.
The imp narrows its eyes.
So, what does Master want?
Fetid Spray draws uncomfortably close and peers down at the parchment with you. I'm supposed to make sure that we don't have a second Aethys on our hands. Archimere wants me to keep Fasina alive while we explore the halls obscured. You don't know how to read? This doesn't say anything that concerns you. Let's bring this up. You don't know how to read? The imp hunches its shoulders and glances off to the distance.
No, Fetid Spray does not know how to read.
Oh, I feel kind of bad now.
Archimere is most terrible tyrant since Nemnock stole his baubles. No let anyone read.
Oh shit, Nemnock. Huh, did we ever find out that Nemnock took that shit from Archimere? I mean, we knew that Nemnock had these weird trinkets and all that, but I'm not sure if we knew that it was specifically from Archimere. It does make sense, right? Archimere kind of has a shitload of imps. So, makes sense that a lot of imps would originate from Archimere's place.
Praise him, huh? Praise mighty Nemnock!
The imp raises a fist to the sky. Too bad I can't bring up, yeah, I killed Nemnock. I'm supposed to make sure that we don't have a second Aethys. Let's bring up Fasina. Let's see what she has to say here. Archimere wants me to keep Fasina alive while we explore the halls obscured.
Agrasima, but I think I can take care of myself.
She squints down at her missive from Archimere.
Stupid, ungrateful Fasina doesn't deserve to clean Master's chamber pot. Well, try not to die then. I no care.
The imp shrugs. Point to Fasina. I take it you two know each other? Show me what you have for sale. I hope Archimere appreciates your hard work. Yeah, do you two know each other?
I'm afraid so. Before I taught him a lesson, this little stinker was fond of relieving himself in my wardrobe.
Wow, gosh, they just piss and shit all of the time. Fasina presses her temples and sighs.
Nasty Fasina smelled so nice. Books and inkwells made her smell like imp instead. That never wash out.
The imp beams with pride. Okay. I hope that Archimere appreciates your hard work. It's really something to say, especially after finding out the imp just pissed and shit all over her clothing. Alright. Yeah, let's go with that.
Master trusts fetid spray to handle coin. That means his best imp, most trusted friend. Fetid spray is loyal, eh? Not like some.
The creature aims a withering look at its colleague.
Complacency will be Master's undoing, huh? We dismantle his manor from basement to roof.
Wow. Drowsy Puke grinds its fist into its palm.
Terrible imp plots against Master, eh? You worst friend.
Fetid Spray shakes its head in disapproval. Okay, show me what you got for sale. Oh, a whole bunch of consumables. Wow, scrolls, potions, a few ingredients as well. None that are particularly rare, though. I mean, the scrolls are pretty good. Yeah, Scroll of Great Maelstrom, Holy Fire. Yeah, some of these scrolls are amazing. Okay. I wonder if the other imp sells stuff too. The imp is furiously mixing powders and herbs into a mortar and pestle. It leers at you, showing off a row of pointed teeth and a long flicking tongue.
So, wizards tricked you into coming here too, eh?
The imp shakes its head and chuckles mirthlessly. Tricked? I was invited. It's beginning to feel that way. Say nothing. I was invited. Yeah, didn't I get like a letter from Archimere, I think? I'm not sure. Yeah, let's go with that.
Think so? Think you such a smart brown stink? Imps no. Imps watch you running around fixing each other's ground stink problems. Wizards lie. Wizards are worse people. But Drowsy Puke fix everything, eh? Help you relax.
Winking, the imp gestures toward a collection of refined herbs and narcotics. You want to give me drugs? What is this check? Scientist check and alchemy check. Wow.
Drowsy Puke wants Kith to dream, eh? Rest giant weary head.
The imp makes a soothing sound and pets you with a bony claw.
Smart ground stink just let Drowsy Puke know when he wants rest, eh?
The imp raises its claw to suppress a wet cackle. Huh. So is this like an inn then? An inn found through drugs? Why the fixation on drugs?
You think Archimere gets to sleep without drugs?
Drowsy Puke mashes herbs in the pestle even harder, shaking his head.
Essence of white leaf, milled Gainsleaf seeds, powdered dragon bone for sweetness, eh?
Taking a pinch of the mixture from the pestle, Drowsy Puke sniffs it off the end of its talon, nodding. All for drugs. Care for some ripple sponge? Sure.
Maybe you're not as dumb as you look.
Drowsy Puke happily adds your gift to the mixture.
Takes battering ram of herbs to knock out Archmage. Good thing Drowsy Puke is smart imp.
I can't tell if you're helping Archimere or just feeding his addiction. You seem to take a lot of personal satisfaction out of this. Mind if I sample that concoction? Well, thanks for the lesson. Sure, I don't know. If we say one of these, will it advance it? I'm not sure. I would like to sample it. You know what, let's go with that, just in case we advance the conversation beyond here. Mind if I sample it? Ooh. Before you can finish your sentence, Drowsy Puke blows the powdered mixture into your eyes. The effect is immediate. You feel bolted to the spot as the world spins around you.
Tell me, how do you feel? This melange is experimental and prone to some unpredictable side effects.
The imp raises its brow and purses its lips. You sound different. I feel great. Don't ever give me that again. Ride this trip through to the end. Yeah, Sure, ride this trip through to the end. Let's see what happens. You spend a few unblinking moments studying your hands in rapt fascination. The fingers move. They move when you tell them to. Time passes. You wonder if Aethys could build a castle so large that even he couldn't tip it over. You wonder if he'd consider rebuilding yours. You wonder if Consulhout ate the last of your candied nuts.
What if all pets are just one pet, but we see them through a variety of lenses? Like dancing shadows cast by a campfire against a barn wall.
Wow, did everyone get fucked up here?
I should have killed the old bastard. Should have teared his arm clear off. If the laddie hadn't stopped me.
Oh god. Oh my god, that's really dark. Aloth just had like a bad fucking trip. Holy shit. Obviously, I think he's talking about his own father, right? Because isn't that where, what's her name? Oh my god. Ixelmir first manifested was during that traumatic moment of abuse with him and his father. And I guess Aloth, like, controlled himself, or his other self, to not, like, kill the shit out of his dad. Holy shit.
Diverus, you will sweat yourself dry. What did you do to the Watcher, imp?
Whoa, Pallegina was not affected. Huh.
You still alive?
Your vision clears as drowsy puke starts flicking your forehead. Ah, yes. Nurse your brow. Never again. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
That's enough for dumb ground stink.
The imp chuckles to itself. Man, I wonder what everyone's, like, drug trips would be like. Holy shit, that was very cool. It seems like it didn't even include Faustina, so I'm guessing it's only for main story companions. Oh, that's really neat. I bet Seraphim and maybe Takehu would enjoy it. They'd probably have a really good time. I'm so curious about Jody, though. That one seems very odd. Or even Maya, right? Considering Maya is kind of, very reserved for the most part. Okay, I'd like to rest. That said, with Pallegina, she's also very reserved and it just didn't affect her. Weird. Okay, let's see about this rest. Oh. Yeah, it is potion-based. So 10% max health, or plus 10 will and 5% resist against spells. Wow, the 10 will ain't half bad. That said, we're already fairly rested up. Let's see, what do you have here? Some little knickknacks, drugs and food, a luminous lobster. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so we get all of our services right here. So this is kind of a hub then for this entire DLC? Is that the idea? Certainly feels that way. Alright. Ooh, shit. Can I steal from them? I would love to, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, look at their spheres of influence. Well, I might be able to come down this way and then sneak upward toward Lengrath.
Eh?
Let's see. Let's go
No
right
problem.
here. Alright. And let's try. Nope, no dice. Okay. Yeah. Very difficult. Maybe we could come over this way? I'm not sure. But I feel like this imp is going to totally see through our sneakiness. We'll try it. Okay. Click right onto you. Ooh, shit. Oh my god, it worked. Wow, you've got Adrabon on you. Holy fuck, it was worth it. Okay. I mean, the potions and shit are nice too, but holy shit, the Adrabon. There we are. Wow. Incredible. Okay. How about these imps? Can I pickpocket the imps? They don't really have pockets, but maybe I can, like, reach into its farting butthole and pull something fun out. Let's see. Nope. Nothing. Alright. Holy shit.
Sure.
Well, just like I said, a whole lot of story and talking, and honestly, I welcome it. When next we come back, we will continue looking around the Temple of Revelation, We'll probably check in with Tane and see how much he has to say when we can speak to him on his own. We'll see through these bookshelves. Maybe have some new books, right? If this is meant to be some sort of like archival super library. Probably a whole bunch of old-ass books lost to time or something. Or no longer lost to time. Huh. Man, look at all this. Is this money or the dice? There's the journal from earlier, I guess. Weird. Yeah, I guess this is just like a big old hub zone. Cool. Alright, yeah, when next we come back, we're gonna continue poking around here. Until next time, please, take care of each other.